Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Spain at the Indalo Transport and Storage Warehouse. This video that we're doing today is all about why price is not the most important thing for your removal. Why you need to do a little bit of homework on your mover and what's going to happen between your goods leaving your house and coming to its final destination, be it in Spain, France or anywhere in Europe. In the warehouse this morning we've got this truck behind me which is on its way to the UK, and another one being readied which is going up into the Alpujarras near Almeria in Spain on a bit of a mercy mission to rescue somebody's goods. So let's see what unfolds during the day. So just to give you a bit of background on this job that the guys are doing, we took a phone call here in the office, which is backed up by an email. Our client now has been trying to get their goods delivered for nearly 4 months from a UK company. It was finally delivered and it was smashed to pieces. Basically it was damp. They've spent the last 4 months in hotels waiting for their goods to be delivered. As I say, it's now coming. It's not in a good condition, and as a result, they are now incredibly disillusioned with what life is going to be like in Spain. So it was a UK company that, instead of fulfilling what they were employed to do, which was to move their goods to their new property in Spain, what they actually did was collected it and then passed it on, and this job has gone from pillar to post. It's been stored here, there and everywhere. It's not been stored in dry conditions. They've spent 3 months in hotels, went back to the UK, have now come back to find that their bits and pieces have been delivered, and it's spoilt their experience. They're not going to be living in Spain, so we've been tasked, if you like, to go and pick it up and try and rescue the situation and get it back to the UK. So we'll find out later on today what's actually gone on and what sort of state this is in. So I've been out of the office worrying about this whilst I've been out, and I've come back and I can see the boys have started to unload. They've done really well to actually even get this packed in a wagon. There's a television there which is just wrapped in shrink wrap. That's awful. So here's the job. They've actually repacked some of the more delicate items, I gather, whilst they've been at the property, and they've made an inventory which has been really difficult. These boxes are dreadful. One look at this, you can see that these have been passed from pillar to post. Over 4 months this has taken for this job to arrive in the Alpujarras in Spain. It's a 3-day drive, for God's sake. And yeah, I appreciate that people need storage at times, but this has been stored in damp conditions. There's mould. I can see mould growing on this baby seat. Mould, for God's sake. Would you put a baby in there? This item is a Chinese chest. Should be wrapped in export wrap. You can see it's been bashed, battered. What else can I say about that? It really is a poor show that a removal company can take on a job like this and just show complete disregard to their client. As I say, it's been passed from pillar to post. If you're looking for removal, you should be asking your removal company who's going to be handling it, who's going to be packing it, who's going to be handling it in between it leaving my house and being delivered to my new home. Who's going to be responsible for this now? I mean, this client is absolutely mortified and disgusted, and rightly so. So just finishing up here, what we've got is the guys are doing an inventory, as you can see. Getting ready to go back to the UK. We've got lots of memorabilia, pictures with broken glass. There's what do you call this? It's the end of a rifle barrel, yeah, but it's obviously some of it's broken. Lots of old family photographs. Yeah. Lots of things that are of personal value to people have been destroyed, basically, including this lovely grandfather clock. It no longer has any glass in it. The mechanism chains are on the floor. We've yet to find the weights for it, but we're busy repacking and then making the best of what we can to get this load back to the UK. It might take a while, but we're putting it right. Okay, so you've seen what's happened. What can we learn from it, or what can we tell people from it? Basically, I think the biggest lesson here is if you're moving any of your goods from the UK to Spain or wherever you're moving it, do a little bit of research. Ask your mover some questions. Okay, are you going to collect it and deliver it? Who is responsible? Who will be handling it in between? Will you as a removal company be wrapping, packing, collecting, storing, transporting, storing and delivering? Who's going to have all of my goods and how are they going to handle it? If you use a professional removal company, they will see the process through from start to finish, and we certainly do. It's not always possible. I'm not saying we're saints. It's not always possible. If somebody wants something collected very, very quickly and very, very urgently, we may need to use somebody else to do it, but we will remain in control of that situation. And we certainly won't take 4 months to deliver something. And we will ensure that everything is handled properly, because that's what you pay for.